If you haven't seen Season 9, Episode 5 of The Walking Dead, then you need to turn off now. Those who have, however, will be aware that the show has had another massive time jump that allowed Judith Grimes to age about 5 years and become a better shot than Bullseye. The ending scene of the episode also made several new characters the focus, and throughout this video I'll be discussing the new survivors in full detail. There are potential spoilers for the comic book and show here, so if you don't want anything ruined for you, then I suggest you turn off now. With that out the way, I'm Deffinition and I ruin it so you don't have to. Magna. The first person that we need to pay attention to is Magna, the group's leader. She's pretty much the female version of Rick and makes sense to become his replacement. She escaped walkers on horseback by herself, ran into survivors and formed a group. The character is of Greek descent, but outside of this very little is known about her past. Magna is instrumental in the War of the Whisperers, and this is most likely where the show will utilise the character in the future. Yumiko. Yumiko is probably my favourite character from the bunch. She's pretty much a female Daryl and is Magna's most trusted ally. The two are in a relationship together and Yumiko guards the former with her life. Wielding a bow, she is able to silently take out walkers and whisperers with ease, and I can definitely see the show doing a lot of cool things with her. Luke. Whilst Luke doesn't play a huge part in the comics, the next bit about him could potentially spoil a huge segment of the future of the show, so I highly recommend that you skip this section. If you don't care, then we'll go right ahead. But in the comics, Luke is killed by Alpha, who infiltrates Rick's camp disguised as one of them. She lures people away from the camp and begins beheading them, placing their heads on pikes to mark the border between her people and Rick's. Luke is one of the people who gets beheaded, and there's a fantastic panel in the comic where we see his head skewered on a pike. It's a huge moment that I really hope wasn't spoiled for you, but if it was, what can I say? I warned you. Please don't sneak into my house and behead me, as a warning not to spoil anything in future. Thank you very much. Connie. Connie is a huge game changer for the show, as she's the first deaf main character to appear in it. She communicates through American Sign Language, but obviously her lack of hearing makes it difficult for her to survive in the situations that the walkers and whisperers provide. Connie is bitten during a whisperer attack and has to have her hand amputated, which leads to further tension with the character. Though she recovers from the amputation, it makes her survival even more difficult, and the stakes really rise for her every time she's put in danger. Kelly. The final character is Kelly, and they're definitely the most departed from the source material. In the comic books, Kelly is a man and is in a relationship with Connie, whereas the show seems to have departed from this massively, and the two are now sisters. I can't see them hooking up unless The Walking Dead really wants to go the Game of Thrones route, but who knows in this zombie-filled apocalypse that they live in. Kelly is the one who amputates Connie's hand, and I can definitely see this being something that's brought into the show, even if the rest of the character isn't. So, what are your thoughts on the new characters in The Walking Dead? Do you think they'll make a good replacement for Rick, and what would you like to see them do in the future? Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it and check out my breakdown of Rick's final episode, which will be linked at the end of this one. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Deffinition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. You've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.